Hey, what's up, Revive? Dr. B here. Hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday. Healthcare or sick care? Which one are you going to choose for you and your family? In order to answer this question, we have to ask the question, what is health? And I've been doing this for almost 15 years now, asking this question, doing a doctor's report of findings a couple days a week for almost 15 years. And I always start out accepting a patient into our office. Before we ever do any of that, we have them go through a health class. I think it's impossible to reach whatever it is that you want to reach, whether it be physical health, financial freedom, marriage health, whatever it be, until you define what it is that you're trying to achieve. Like, what does it mean to have a healthy marriage? What does it mean to have a healthy finances? What does it mean to have a healthy mind? What does it mean to have a healthy body? We have to ask that question before we can decide, which way we want to go. Because really, there's only two paths. Some people actually choose a middle path, what I would say is sometimes even more dangerous. Health. A couple things that health is not. Health is not merely the absence of a disease. Okay, I think a lot of people think that, hey, I'm healthy. I don't have pain. I don't have headaches. I don't have digestive system issues. I don't have cancer. I don't have diabetes, so I'm healthy. Just because you don't have a disease or a symptom that would lead you to believe that you have a disease does not mean that you are healthy. It just means that you don't have symptoms. What I mean by that is that cancer is a great example. You actually have to have a certain trillions of cancer cells within your body before it to actually show up on a diagnostic test. So, for instance, any one person, you or I right now, actually have cancer in our body. It's not a great thing, but at the same time, we don't have the symptoms of it. We don't feel it. Another example would be heart issues. 78% of individuals, their first sign of a heart attack is a heart attack itself. And then when they have that heart attack and they go into a doctor and they open up their coronary arteries, they say, wow, it was 90% blocked. How come I didn't feel that? You don't necessarily feel health. Now, feeling good and looking good are a side effect of health. Like, healthy people don't have excess body fat. Healthy people don't feel horrible all the time, right? However, healthy people also do the things on a regular basis that they know to be good, even if they feel bad or they feel good, right? Like this morning I woke up, I didn't feel bad, I didn't feel great. It was just another morning that I woke up and I said, hey, time to get some water, time to get an organic cup of coffee, time to dive into God's Word, and hey, time to go get a workout. So I woke up my son, 6 o'clock, went out to the gym, got a workout in. I didn't feel bad. I wasn't fat and overweight. I didn't have diabetes. I just chose those things because that's what healthy people do, right? Now, the latter would say our healthcare system says you have a disease, you have a problem, let's wait till you have that, right? And I say that because routine health checkups, what are they? Hey, blood pressure, cholesterol, how is your lifestyle? Not good. Okay, well, your cholesterol's high, so here's a medication. Or, hey, you better get that cholesterol down. You better, stay away from fatty foods and stay away from, meat, which it's a whole other conversation. It's all very symptom-based. And then if you choose not to do it, because it is your choice whether or not you want to be healthy or not, they'll put you on a medication. And some people would argue, well, my doctor's taking care of my health. I'm on a medication. It's all under control, right? My depression is under control. My cholesterol is under control. My blood pressure is under control. Hey, I had the nerves in my back cauterized. Everything's good now. No, you're not. You're actually probably more unhealthy now than what you were before because you may not have the symptoms that you had before. They're being covered up by a medication that is actually numbing and shutting off that response mechanism within your brain saying, hey, wake up. Your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your back is all jacked up. Like, go do something to take care of the root cause of it. True healthcare is about root cause. True healthcare is about fixing the reason why it is that you're sick. It's not about taking a medication. And I would even tell you this, it's not about going to a chiropractor who's in network with your insurance company and saying, hey, well, you're in network with my insurance company, so I get 12 visits a year at a chiropractor. 12 visits a year in a chiropractor is not going to change your life. 12 visits a year at a chiropractor where they come in, pop and crack your back. You can walk in with your McDonald's. You can walk in with your Chick-fil-A. Like, I would even say that that's just as bad as traditional medicine treating symptoms. You have to understand that it's a system. It's what you put in your body. It's what you detoxify out of your body. It's about regular spinal maintenance, because guess what? Gravity just didn't decide to go away today. Like, I didn't wake up and, I'm not under gravity, so I don't have to do my home care, and I can just neglect my spine. Like, that's not how that works. So true healthcare is about doing the right thing on the regular, eating good food, having a proper mindset, getting your spine, your nervous system put in a good position, whether or not it feels bad or not, right? Because it houses and protects the one organ that controls all the other organs. Good food, exercise on the regular. Not whenever you have problems, but on a consistent basis, so that way, and here's the big one, so you don't have problems. Why should you get your kids and your family under regular chiropractic and lifestyle care with doctors that are knowledgeable about health and food and those things like that? And why should you stay in that system? So that way you never have to go into the other system unless it's an emergency. The only reason why our traditional medical system should stay alive and not go completely under is because of emergency medicine. Someone fell, somebody broke their leg, my son broke his collarbone, all of a sudden a baseball hit him in the eye, he's got to have stitches, whatever. Or, hey, for the individual that has just chosen to play Russian roulette with their health and they're 300 pounds overweight and they're going to have a massive heart attack, that's their fault. Like that's nobody else's fault but theirs. Traditional medicine can save their life and hopefully actually point them in the direction of like true health and wellness, not give them another pill. So there is a place for traditional medicine, but it's not healthcare. It's sick care. Also, chiropractic is not alternative medicine. It is the answer. Like eating good food, functional testing, exercise, mindset, and taking care of your nervous system, that is the answer to healthcare in our culture. All the stuff that Robert Kennedy is doing right now, I love it, but it's worthless. Taking dyes out of your cereal, who cares? Don't eat cereal anyway. It's dumb. Eat eggs, right? Who cares? I don't really care. And I don't think anybody else is going to care either. You have to be the example. You have to be a living example to somebody else who looks at you and says, man, what are you doing? Like, you're always healthy. Like, everybody has bad days, but I feel like you always got it together. Well, I'm exercising on a regular basis. I'm eating good food. I'm putting good stuff in my body. I'm going to a chiropractor, taking care of my nervous system. My kids don't have ear infections anymore. They sleep better, right? It's about preventative maintenance. It's about prevention is healthcare. And oh yeah, by the way, insurance companies don't pay for prevention. They pay for treat your symptom when you have it. So that's why we don't do a lot of insurance in our office, because insurance companies, it's not healthcare. It's sick care. And we don't like to be a part of that model, right? And we have a lot of families, right? We have all the different programs in the office that make it affordable for people to come in. I just want to come on here and let you know that there is a big difference between healthcare and sick care. And I can't force you to do anything. Nobody can do that, right? You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But I'll tell you, drinking from the medical system is dangerous, it's toxic, and in the end leads to just death and destruction and brainwashing, right? The other half is, hey, your health is your responsibility. It's not mine. My only responsibility are doctors. Any doctor that is in charge of you, his only responsibility is to show up and do their part, deliver the goods. At the end of the day, can't force you not to go to Chick-fil-A, can't force you not to get up in the morning and work out. I can't force you not to inject toxic stuff into your kids, and I can't force you to take responsibility for the body that God has given you to steward over. That is your responsibility. It is not the responsibility of the doctor. But if you understand health and you understand where health comes from, you'll understand very quickly that healthcare is not about pills, drugs, shots, and surgery. It's about making a choice every single day to do the right thing consistently, day in and day out, on a regular basis. And that is what eventually will lead to health. Many families say this, I've been doing the right thing for a long period of time, and I'm finally starting to see the benefits of why natural health care is paying off. Like, obviously we've had to pay out of pocket for food and fitness and all these different types of things, but we're saving so much money now because we don't have to run to the minute clinic. My kids aren't on antibiotics. My kids don't get sick like other kids get sick. Like, we hadn't had them kicked out of daycare. Health is a choice. And true health is about doing the right thing and preventatively over the course of time. It is not about waiting until you have a problem and then going to a doctor or a nurse or whatever and then getting some type of a pill to cover up your symptom. That is, I don't even know what that is. It's not health care. It's reactive sick care. And I have not talked to one person that truly understand what I'm saying and they chose sick care. They always, I want to be healthy. Well, if you want to be healthy, then you have to make healthy choices. If you want to be sick, then you play the victim card and you rely upon everybody else to do the work for you. It's like, well, I'm not responsible for my kid's health. Yes, you are. I'm not responsible for this or for that. Yes, you're responsible for everything when it comes to health. The food, the fitness, what you allow to come into your brain, whether or not you choose to, have your, husband walk on your back to crack your back, or you go and you get your spine adjusted by somebody who is an expert in removing neurological interference. Like, that is a choice that you have. And I pray that you will choose health care, not sick care. And you will only rely upon sick care when it's an emergency, which is what sick care was meant to be, for emergency situations to save people's life. Thank God for that system. It has saved my life. Thank God I'm not putting a bone back in place from a broken bone for my kids. I've had to use emergency medicine. Like, it saves millions of lives, but it is not a healthcare system. You are never going to go to an endocrinologist and to get healthy. You're never going to go to a gastroenterologist to get healthy. You're never going to go to an oncologist to get healthy. You're never going to go to a pulmonologist to get healthy. You are going to go there and they're going to treat your symptom with some type of a chemical cocktail that's going to manipulate your body into not healing. It's just going to cover up the symptoms. Nobody wants that. But if you don't want that, then you've got to take a radical 360 different view or lens of what health really is. So if you want help with that, we're here to help. Go to revivechiro.com. Check out the website. You can schedule a new patient appointment online, or if you're local in the area, swing by. We'd love to serve you. Have a healthy, happy, blessed day. Bye-bye.